Hey there, and welcome to another channel review where today I will show you in detail all the features of the brand new FNIRSI DMC-100 clamp meter. This is the first clamp meter released by FNIRSI and the features seem very interesting, so I'm really looking forward to review this with you. So bear with me and let's review it together. This device was sent to me free of charge for this review, and no payment was made by FNIRSI to produce this video, and they will see it at the same time you will when it's published on YouTube. That said, I want also to send a big kudos and thank you to FNIRSI for the long time cooperation with the channel, but not only. A big thank you to you, my viewer, is in order. Yes, to you that sponsor the channel just by using the affiliate access links in the screen or in the video description whenever you need to do your purchases on AliExpress or Amazon. You pay exactly the same, but just by using these links to access, you are sponsoring the channel and helping me to continue to produce these videos, so a heartfelt thank you. Without further ado, let's get this started with the key features. Allow me this small break to send kudos to this video sponsor, PCBWay. Being a leader in PCB fabrication, it is able to manufacture with very low price and in record time the PCBs for your project. Don't believe me? Just take a look. You get 10 PCBs double-sided for $5. It's hard to beat this. But that's not all. You can even create your project parts like custom case with their injection mold service or 3D printing, not to talk about their professional CNC machining service. It's a one-stop supplier for all your project needs, and if you use the code below on the screen, you will get a $5 discount on your first order. As usual, let's start with the unboxing. It comes in this nice retail box, pretty usual for the FNIRSI devices these days. We have some specifications in the back, so let's see what is delivered with this. So in the box we have the DMC-100, I believe that's the correct model, yeah. And we have also the user manual. Yeah, English and Chinese, the usual languages, infographics, pictures. Yeah, it's well organized. We have the usual USB Type A to Type C for charging and firmware upgrades, and a pair of test leads. Let's see how they are. Okay, this is not silicone, this is the test leads, the normal ones in PVC. I don't have any problem with these leads. They have very nice quality, not silicone obviously, but for the price they are pretty good. We have this very sharp tip in the end. Okay, this is able to enter the breadboards and also the small spaces where sometimes you need to measure. And yeah, that's it. So we have the quality assurance from FNIRSI stamp, and it was not delivered in the box, but it was included in the box I received with this product. A probe, a temperature probe also. Very nice. As first impressions, it has a very nice finish. The plastic, it's all plastic, but it seems very sturdy, very durable. The clamp spring is really strong. You have to do some pressure to be able to open this. Let me see, the clamp, I think it will open around 2.5 centimeters, yeah, almost an inch for my American guys. And yeah, we have 3 buttons on the top and 2 on the bottom. Those seems to be silicone-like or rubber buttons, nice to the touch. We have a second button here on the side. I believe this one is for the flashlight that we have on the top. We have also an NCV sensor on the top of the clamp. And on the back, I don't see anything of interest, to be honest. We have 2 test lead socket connectors in the bottom. And yeah, that's it. Let's see how this works. I have here the DMC-100 already ready to show you the operation. Let's start by removing the film. Let's go. Yeah, baby. I know you like it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, this one is solved. And let's put this on a stand and power on. It's ready. Let's power on. Okay, pretty fast to boot. English, please. Yeah. Okay, mode. And what a good image. I think I will need to focus a bit. Let me see. So first things first, let me begin with this button that says Muni. But I already had assurance that this device that I received, it was a first batch, mostly sent for bloggers. And right now it is corrected on the factory and you have save and menu. So this is the menu key. We have the power key, hold, mode and VA, also left and right and selection. Okay, in the screen you have the hold. Okay, let's test it. Press for a while and we have hold. Damn, this has so good image. It's a nice screen. We have also the flashlight symbol. You can activate flashlight, I believe, pressing here for a bit. I don't know, you see here the light, yeah. And turning off, and also the battery indication. In here you have the metrics that is being used, or the kind of test that we are doing right now. This is amps, the unit and the value read, the max, the minimum, the maximum, and you have in the bottom the definition of the menu that you are right now. And this is a kind of a new organization for these devices in FNIRSI. I like it a lot. It's very well organized. It's easy to understand where you are, the options that you have. And yeah, nice work. I like this new organization. To navigate in the menus, to have another function available to you, you just use the left key and the right key to move. Okay. And if you want to change the measurement that you are doing, for example, instead of DC current to use AC current, just press mode and this is available to you. Mode again and you are back to DC current. To, for example, see voltage, the same thing. You have DC voltage, AC voltage, and so on. Okay, here in resistance you have also obviously the resistance, the continuity check, and also diode analysis or diode measurement. Okay, and again capacitance. In this one you don't have anything. You have the measurement of frequency and also temperature in this menu, and the last one is the live menu and NCV, I believe. Yeah, NCV. So pretty easy to use, really easy to use, nothing special here. Okay, and if in this key, if you press once, you will save the data to the memory, to the history. But if you press a long press in the key, you will open this menu. In terms of this menu, you have the history record of the values you saved before. And also, if you move to the right, some settings like the English, and we have here something, okay. You see these dots in the end. So the first value is the language. The second value in this system settings window is the brightness of the screen. Let me check if we can diminish a bit. I think it will be easier to read. Yeah, it's easier to read. And okay, I believe save. Yeah, save. So we still have the Celsius or Fahrenheit for the temperature, and what else? And the auto shutdown. This is not correctly translated, but you have off 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and 30 minutes. Like 15 minutes without activity, it will be okay. Let me go back. Okay, we are on the menu again, and the third tab of this window. So that's it. So we don't have anything more to show in this window. The reset window, so you can do a factory reset, and this should be, yeah, the about page. Nothing else also here to show. So only two things more to show you in terms of operation. You see that every key has two functions. So this one is left and hold. This one is OK and the mode. And this one is right and VA. So let's press a bit in this one. Okay, so you have the current and the voltage at the same time while measuring. And let's go back. And if you press here on the modes for a while, let's see it, we have a graph. That's a very cool feature also, where you can see the variation of the measurement. I will show you this a bit ahead in the review, but you have also this graph to analyze your signal. Okay, let's start the testing and see how this performs. So let's measure some DC current, and for that I have this power supply already in here. It will produce 15 volts up to almost 10 amps. I have also in my right side and also in your screen my DC electronic load is right now pulling 5 amps. Okay, and that's it. I have here the DMC-100. Let's start by putting this at 0. Okay, we have the 0 there. I will try to pass the... Okay. Let me close the line. We are at 0. Everything seems fine. And let me open the channel in the power supply and in the DC electronic load. So basically he's saying that we are outputting 5.011, so it detects 0.8, and yeah, that's acceptable. Let me just increase here the amperage. Okay, so let's move on to 6 amps, 7 amps, 8 amps, and we should be reaching the maximum that I can pull, because my DC electronic load is only 150 watts, and this one can go up to 300 watts. But let's see, I think I can take this up to 9.9 or 10 volts, maybe 10 amps maybe. Okay, it's pulling 10 amps right now, and yeah, it seems acceptable. We can double the amperage in this by passing the cable twice or thrice or something like that, as you can see, but it seems accurate. For me, it's a pass. Still with the same setup, now I will try to measure some current in terms of AC. I have this extension that has the 3 wires already separated, so I can put the clamp there. In the screen, I didn't talk about it before, but I have this intelligent socket or smart socket that has power, voltage and amperage metering, among other measurements like temperature and stuff like that. And right now, just by being on, the power supply is taking around 0.15 amps. And what we want to see if this will be the same that we will have in here. Let me try to see if I can leave it like this. Hold on. Yeah. So right now it's measuring 0.14 amps. And that is exactly what it shows here in this meter. This meter is connected to the power grid and supplying energy to the power supply. So when I push the on-off button here and in the DC electronic load, it should increase the amperage in terms of the consumption from the power grid. So right now I have to go a bit down. Yeah, right now it's consuming in terms of DC 9.8 from the power supply, and it says that is with a current of 1.2728. That is exactly what we have in here. I will decrease let's decrease the current in here to 5 amps, and we can see that also what is drained from the power grid is also it's also decreased to 0.34 amps. That is almost what we have here in the DMC-100. Let me take this to like 8 again. 8 amps, I think. 7. Okay. So again, the amperage increased. Is the same more or less that we have on the smart power socket. So I'm okay with these readings. It seems pretty accurate. Let's move on. For the DC voltage testing, I have my DC voltage calibrator already in place. Let's move this to 9 volts and see how precise it is. And let's start with 1 volt. Okay, so 1 volt we have 2-3 less significant digits out. To make this faster, I will pass right away to 100 millivolts. Okay, it's 2 decimal digits off, but yeah, pretty precise, spot on, I must say. So 10 millivolts, also very good, spot on. 1 millivolt, is it able to measure? No? Let's see. Okay, 9 millivolts it will be able to measure. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1 millivolt is not able to detect, but if you do like 2 millivolts, it will be able to detect. So even if it's not able to detect 1 millivolt, it's able to do it at 2 millivolts and with a spot-on value. Let's move on. For the AC voltage test, I have already my Siglant measuring the output of this power sock connected to power grid. And now I will insert the test leads to see what is the values we have on the FNIRSI. So it's measuring 235, more or less volts. It's, what we have on the Siglant, so spot on also. Very nice. Let's move on to the next. I have my setup already in place to do the resistance test. Let's start with this test board. It is a 0.1% 25 parts per million precision resistor reference board. So the first value should be 10 ohms. Let's see what we have. 10.6 7. Okay, not bad. The next one should be 100.03. Spot on. Almost 10.2. Not bad at all also. The next one is 1.003K. Okay, this one is missing some digits, but almost there, really. And the next one is 9.995K. Okay, 9.98. Okay, I take it. And the last one is 100.06K. 100 rounded. Okay, not exactly the same, but it's pretty near, pretty accurate, I must say. Still on this board, let's move this to capacitance. So it detects only with the leads connected 0.013 nanofarads. Let's see what we get here in the board. The first one is 102 picofarads. I don't know if it's able to read it. Okay, it seems it is, and not too far from the real value. The next one is 1.02 nanofarads. 1.5, also good. The next one is 10.4 nanofarads. 10.55, good. And this one is 98.7 nanofarads. 100, also near. This one is marked at 929, but should be around 800 and something. Yes, 868, 67. So it's in line with previous measurements on other devices. And the last one is 10 microohms. Okay, pretty good. Let's move on. I will now test the continuity. For that I have the clamp in multimeter mode already and in continuity option. Let's see how much time it will take to beep. Whoa, this is pretty fast. And the time it takes to update the screen. I will say that it takes around 1 second, between half a second and 1 second. But it is really fast to beep. Almost immediate. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, I'm satisfied with this. Let's continue. So I have some diodes to measure, but before, let's see what is the output voltage of the DMC-100. I have my 2C53 here to measure, and let's put it here. So it's outputting 3.987 volts. I think that is exactly the voltage that the 2C53T also outputs for measuring diodes. Let me start by the diode that I have here, and yeah, it should be around 580 to 90 millivolts, so it's okay, very nice. This one should output around 2.6 to 2.7 volts. Okay, it's correct. And those two, if I'm not wrong, should be around 1.7. Yep. And the light appears. Everything is okay. It shouldn't light up in reverse. Let me see. Oops. Okay, we changed this. In reverse, it shouldn't happen anything, neither in here. Okay. Very nice. Let's continue. Okay, now for measuring the frequency, I have already my function generator in place and ready. We are with the Hertz function also in the DMC-100. And let's open a channel with 1 Hertz, the minimum here. I don't believe this will be able to go under 1 Hertz. We can try, like, I don't know, 10 microhertz to see if he is able to detect, but I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't seem so. So let's start again with 1 Hertz. Okay, 1 cycle per second, and yeah, it's fairly accurate. Okay, 2 Hertz. Okay, spot on, very nice. But now we will take it for 100 kilohertz. Spot on, very nice. Okay, let's increase a bit, 1 megahertz. Okay, I notice here something. This is 1 megahertz, not microhertz. So this is not correct. But, well, the measurement is spot on, really good. Okay, let's increase this by 10. I will do it manually to see how it handles. 2, 3, 5. Okay, 10 megahertz, spot on. And on the user manual, this is the limit of megahertz identification that we have. But let's push it a bit. Let's take it to 15 megahertz. Very nice. 20. Awesome, spot on. Still there. 25. Okay, we have a digit that is off, but not bad. 26, 27, 28 megahertz, 29, and 30. I think that after 29 he will kaput. Okay, so even if this is a maximum of 10 megahertz, you can identify correctly the bandwidth, or sorry, the frequency up to 29 megahertz. Let's move on to the next. So for measuring temperature, I already have the probe that was sent connected to the DMC-100. It says that is 30 degrees here. Well, I don't think so. I have 2 thermometers saying that is 23 degrees in this room. One of them is over there, if you can see. And yeah, this doesn't seem to be working very well. Maybe it needs some calibration. Even with the probe, if I put my fingers, it should rise up to 34 degrees, something like that, if it is correct. But it's not moving. I don't know. Let me hit up a little the finger. Yeah. I will not count with this thermometer function. Doesn't seem very efficient, so I will take the win on the other functions and leave this out. Okay. Okay, so it's the time to test the live function, and for that I have again my socket here. I have a small marking where the power is, and let's start with this slide. No, and yeah, we have live. One cool thing of this is that you can do the same with both probes or both test leads. And here it is. It's working perfectly. Now is the time to activate the NCV function. So the power is on this side as we saw previously. Let's see how this works. Well, it doesn't detect a lot. Okay, now we are talking. Yeah, but okay. we have a good distance and it's not bad. It detects near, not so precisely as I was expecting, but it's detecting the energy. And here should be near the base of the socket. Okay. I have 230 volts here at home. Let me power off and try again. Because I did a test that it was... did you notice? It will start exactly where I stopped. So I was on NCV, and when he started, start in the same place. Okay, let's try again. Okay. But it detects without contact, so it's pretty cool. Okay, this one is also done. We arrive at that time in the video that we do a wrap on this review, and as always, let me start with the price, and this one is being sold on FNIRSI AliExpress official store at more or less 62 euros or around $63. And considering the competition like the GVDA GD166B that I love, and I have as a reference every time I review a clamp meter, that one costs a third of the price of this clamp. And regarding difference, all I can tell you is...
Shut up and take my money!
Yeah, that's how much I love this clamp meter. For me, it will be almost a 100% winner if it wasn't the temperature measurement. This is not an isolated case in these devices. Most of them fail miserably on the temperature reading, and I don't know how they continue to push it on the devices. And I'm not talking about FNIRSI specifically. A lot of brands have this same issue. But never mind that. This small detail will not make a dent, in my opinion, that I have about this device. And to be honest, going back to the price, if you search good enough, you might find a better price on AliExpress. But talking about the device and its features, the build quality is good. The plastic seems to be resistant. True to be said, I didn't throw it to the floor to test it, but overall seemed something made to endure. It will be nice to have a case for it, or even a holder like the one that is delivered with the WD-02 stub detector, but I can understand the budget constraints. Another thing that will be nice to have in this good improvement is to have the detection of the position and change the screen according to the position of the device. That will be a cool thing to have also. The screen is amazing. The high contrast colors and the definition, the new UI organization is great, make it even easier to use, and the response speed while processing the signals is really fantastic. The accuracy is also okay. A lot of spot-on measurements and everything was within the error margins. Even with the temperature reading fail, the overall experience was really good. FNIRSI is stepping up very fast on the products they are sending to the market, and this one is another of their wins. At least this is my humble opinion. Others might think different. If you are with me and this device was what you were looking for, and you are thinking already to add it to your shopping cart, don't forget that if you want, obviously, you can use the affiliate access links on the screen or in the video description whenever you access AliExpress or Amazon, and just by using these links, you will be sponsoring the channel without paying a cent more on your purchase. Thank you so much for your help. What doesn't cost a cent more is slapping that like button to help me spread the word, and if you are new here or just simply didn't subscribe yet, let me tell you, if you do it, it will help you to keep on the loop with all new test equipment that hits the market, and every week I review in this channel. That's it for today. I really appreciate your company and the time you spent watching this video. I hope to see you in my next one, but until then, take care.